Cool. So let me turn down this music. Holy crap! It's nice music, but okay. Here's the main menu. So, right, I'm playing Max Payne. It says resume game, but I'm just finagling with settings and stuff like that to get it to work because, you know, this is a decades-old game at this point, and making it work with modern machines requires a little bit of file tuning, basically, and hopefully I've got everything to work functionally now. So, I have played this game before, back when I was like 6, 7, 8-ish, right? We're talking first grade, whatever, something like that. So, you know, 2006-ish, 2005-ish. So, point is, it's been a long time. This is pretty much just a vague nostalgia memory. But, remakes got announced, and I was perusing the internet, and basically a bunch of things just kind of got me feeling really nostalgic and wanting to replay through it now that I have, like, a proper brain in order to, you know, understand the story and stuff like that and try to appreciate it, because that's one of the things that it's, like, most notable for beyond, you know, the kind of popularization of bullet time and stuff like that was the actual story supposed to be really good. I have played all of the games, but again, I played them a long time ago. The latest one I played, obviously, was Max Payne 3, and that was back when it, like, came out-ish. So, the point is, it's been a long time, but I remember really appreciating Max Payne 3, even though when I first encountered Max Payne's story and that stuff, it wasn't like, you know, I wasn't old enough to really process it beyond just some means. Sorry if I keep looking at the side here. I'm trying to monitor my CPU usage, because when you're emulating old game, well, this is an emulation, but old games and that stuff draw a lot from your CPU, and then when you're using recording software and stuff like that, your CPU usage can get a little bit heaty. So I'm just trying to make sure it doesn't go insane, but it seems fine. So I'll turn the music back up and let's start it. Playing it on PC, quite obviously, because I have fun streaming from a PS1. Alright, so let's do this new game, Fugitive, because I don't have anything else unlocked. Maybe it is a bit loud. Also, webcam.
Stand by, 1010, investigated reported disturbance at Acer Plaza.
10-4 dispatcher, verify address.
It's Acer Plaza, repeat, Acer Plaza.
Shots fired on the rooftop. An assault in progress at Acer Plaza. Repeat, an assault in progress.
They were all dead. The final gunshot was an exclamation mark to everything that had led to this point. I released my finger from the trigger, and then it was over.
Obviously.
To make any kind of sense of it, I need to go back 3 years. Back to the night the pain started.
Oh, okay.
I was still on the force back then. NYPD, Manhattan, Midtown North Precinct, Hell's Kitchen.
So when are you coming to work for me, Detective Payne?
You'd make me work undercover in some hellhole. Sorry, Alex. Michelle and the baby come first. See? My last smoke. It's bad for the baby.
That's you, Max. A regular Boy Scout.
See, Alex.
Still on for poker Thursday night, right?
Like taking candy from a baby.
His voice
Life was good.
match.
Sun setting on a sweet summer's day. The smell of freshly mowed lawns. The sounds of children playing. A house across the river on the Jersey side. Beautiful wife and a baby girl. The American dream come true. Honey, I'm home. But dreams have a nasty habit of going bad when you're not looking. The sun went down with practiced bravado. Twilight crawled across the sky, laden with foreboding. Michelle, honey, anybody home? I didn't like the way the show started. They'd given me the best seat in the house, front row center.
Okay, so this is the distinction between his past and current voice. I just want to pause it for a second. Oh god. Okay, so that was paused it in a way, but...
What the hell?
I was gonna say, I absolutely love the delivery. I've been reading a bunch of comics lately, so it's fun to see it kind of integrated into the story of this game in the same way that... Right, it's, you know, very much obviously like how this noir influences. Alright. Also, I remember almost
Listen,
nothing.
someone's broken into my house. Call 911.
Is this the Payne residence?
Yes, someone's broken into my house. They're still here. You have to...
Good. I'm afraid I cannot help you.
Who is this? Hello?
Okay, I'm just going to use this as an impromptu pause menu. So anyways, point is, you know, this type of delivery right here is, you know, something you see maybe a lot more in kind of older games where they try to be a little bit experimental with their delivery and kind of partly due to technological constraints, right? This is a way of having cutscenes without having cutscenes per se in terms of video, while still being able to convey a scene rather than just it being audio narration. It can, you know, you can have a cutscene, right? But, you know, your brain is filling in it, it's reading a comic book, right? And it also puts you in the mindset that this is, you know, going to be a comic book story. Like, it's going to be delivered in a way that these, you know, old gritty noir style comics and, you know, stories and that stuff are, you know, expected to be told. So it kind of frames that for you, even if the cover and whatnot hadn't done so. Which the cover art for it is pretty dope. I'm pretty sure I'm going to use it as a thumbnail or something, but yeah, just overall really liking the start of it, and also the initial starting line delivery and that stuff, the actual cutscene. What a nice way to start, where, right, it's a obviously flash forward, or technically now we're in a flashback, but you know what I mean. Point is, kind of something that's happening near the end of the game probably, and we're seeing what, now we're intrigued as to what, you know, what brought us to this point, especially now that we're seeing current Max here, who looks, you know, fresh-faced cop. Yeah, not a wrinkle in his skin or anything. Alright, let's get back to it before I keep rambling. Alright, pulled out my Beretta. Let's see if I can move that camera at some point. I'll figure it later, but it's currently covering the weapon selection screen. Although I guess you can see it up there, and it's very obvious in my hands, but you just see this as a Beretta down there in the corner.
Michelle!
Oh my god, his neck, did you see that?
Michelle!
Please!
It's coming. Freeze! NYPD, drop it!
Coming! It's getting...
Click, click. Okay. Alright, reload. Cool. I don't see the rest of my hand.
No, please, God, no.
Okay, now I have a second Beretta. Kid's dead, probably.
The flesh of fallen angels!
I didn't play the tutorial.
No, God, no, please, Michelle. Oh, baby.
The Max Payne theme is so nice. Just a little... Doom, doom.
No!
Alright, I'm just going to interrupt this painful stream for a second just to talk about something that I found very interesting that just occurred. And, you know, I'm sorry that I'm doing this bunch, but I just like to ramble about things. So, that scene, and when you're walking up the stairs and you get up the stairs, you're hearing the screaming, gunshots, etc. you get this little forced cutscene that shows you the bathroom and where all the sound and stuff's emanating, and you have this bathroom door. That, as a player, you're like, okay, I need to go that way to get there. And that immediately is the blocked off door, right? It's, you open it, it only opens part way, and you just hear the screaming and that stuff get worse. So you need to go out, right? And obviously the solution then is to try to go out and go around, there's other doors, etc. And, you know, that's the way you have to go, and, you know, there's the guide killing that stuff. But, kind of interestingly, it puts you in that mindset of, like, I wasted time, right? Where you're, as a player, potentially, you're curious that if you had just ran there first without, you know, with the meta knowledge that that door's going to be blocked, and you just ran past and went through the true path, that stuff, maybe things might have been different. Maybe you could, you know, this happens in video games sometimes, that stuff, maybe you would have got the scene earlier, been able to see more, maybe probably not been able to stop it or anything like that, but it peaks that part in your brain, and it's kind of like, makes you, puts you in kind of mindset potentially of which Max here is also doing, where it's like, if, you know, asking himself, if I had done something different, if, you know, I had been faster, etc., etc., if I had been home earlier, whatever, maybe something would have been different, right? Just, you know, maybe but, etc., etc. And I think that was just a nice little thing that might have been kind of glossed over, but that stuck out to me as a nice little choice. Try to put you also in that mindset. Okay.
That was 3 years ago. Everything ripped apart in a New York minute. The killer junkies had been high on a previously unknown designer drug, Valkyr, V. After the funeral, I told Alex I'd be transferring to the DEA. It took us 3 long years to get a break in the Valkyr case. Then, finally, 2 months ago, a dime dropper tipped us off that Jack Lupino, a mob boss in the Punchinello crime family, was trafficking. I went undercover, infiltrated the worst mafia family in New York. I came in from the cold and the dark. Outside the city was a cruel monster. I've been slowly working my way from the small time to the big fish, trying to get to the source of the drug. Alex and BB were my only contacts in the DEA, the only ones in this decrepit city who knew I was down here.
BB here. Something urgent has come up with Jack Lupino. You need to meet with Alex immediately at the Roscoe Street station.
I hadn't had a face-to-face with Alex since I'd gone undercover. Outside, the mercury was falling fast. It was colder than the devil's heart, raining ice pitchforks as if the heavens were ready to fall. Everyone was running for shelter like there was no tomorrow. It didn't get any better when I got to the subway. The feeling hit me like a point-blank shot straight in the face. Something was not right about this. My Beretta stirred nervously under my coat, but the train doors had already shut behind me, and I was in for the ride. Next stop, Roscoe Street Station, and Alex.
This is smart.
The station was drenched in gloom. Alex was a ghost, nowhere to be seen. I'd have to look for him.
Okay, cool, I can save. I'll save for a second and also just talk again about something a little that I appreciate really a lot is, again, the narration aspect of it. Because it's narrating as like a comic, basically, you get a lot more flavorful and kind of creative descriptions of things rather than, say, in a lot of, you know, action games or whatnot, your character might say, and, you know, something you think of as Horizon Forbidden West or whatever, where Alloy is, like, saying, I need to go over there, or that looks like a weak point and stuff like that, and instead, right, very gameplay serving dialogue and whatnot. Well, here, all this, like, internal narration of your character talking to yourself and that stuff isn't necessarily, like, gameplay driven, although I'm sure it will be, like, I needed to jump through a window or something like that, but it's all just extremely flavorful, right? Like, all that description of setting the scene with the weather and, you know, the mercury dropping, and just all of it is, you know, It's just very nice. Alright, I'm gonna probably cut the video right here really quickly to try to move this camera and whatnot. You know, just because my brain is going to keep looking at the corner of the screen, I'm gonna just actually move that real quick too. Right over there. This way that even when I am like looking off at the camera and whatnot, it at least makes me look like I'm looking at the camera. Okay, so quick spaces jump. Okay, shift does that. Right click does. Okay, right click goes into bullet time. I think that's all. Okay, buddy.
The gate was locked. Alex wouldn't have set up a meeting at a closed station. Something was off.
That's great. This little narration for when you... This is what I'm talking about, where like the gameplay sharing dialogue and whatnot, even though it says... Right, could have just stopped at like the gate is locked or something. But instead we get a little more flavor for that dialogue and whatnot. Maybe it's also due to just the voice, but it just seems a lot more... Oh, okay.
Death was in the air at Roscoe Street. I'd have to find Alex fast.
Okay, E is interact. Beretta ammo. Cool. Oh, I have a melee weapon. Interesting. So, is that supposed to be for the drug? Is that like their gang sign, right? V for the Valkyr, and then it's a needle. And then it's also, looks like the building, so it's the New York, right. That looks like something an actual gang make, right? Because, you know, they're from the streets of New York. And that stuff, so you gotta have like the Empire State iconography. Okay, so maybe I have to go back out.
Wasn't Jake supposed to take care of this? He and Mickey are having too much... Hey,
Nice little cutscenes when you finish. Okay. It's gonna take me a bit to get all the controls and that stuff. Desert Eagle. Okay. And I can also use numpad. Okay. Okay. And that's open. Okay.
Yeah. Hey.
Okay, you know what? Let's real quick look at the controls. Movement. Okay, here, good. E use tab or backspaces for healing. Great. Bold time, mouse button 2. Oh. Here, let's do this. There we go. That way the... Okay, so this is just the dodge without the bullet time. So this is to do the dodge with the bullet time. I'm going to do mouse button 2 just in order to do it. When I'm standing, that's if I don't want to do the dodge. Okay, that's pretty much all I wanted. Shoot. Reload, mouse wheel. Sounds good. Laser gun. There it is.
Yo, guys. Hey, we're getting around. Hey.
Nice. The guns feel good. The Beretta feels extremely light though, which is maybe why I'm having some problems. Deagle feels meaty. Yeah, and shift for the dodge makes more sense to my current gaming sensibilities.
Yo!
Oi, Jimmy! Hey, I got a shotgun. Nope. I have to do. I'm gonna keep right clicking to try to aim, even though this is obviously a non-aimed game. Get go that way. Oh!
The security panel let out a mocking cackle. I'd need the right code.
Let out a mocking cackle instead of saying it doesn't work. That's cool. Just having little interactables that literally don't do jack shit. Zero environmentally Kong whiskey makes go ape shit. I like it.
That's big.
What the?
That wasn't close at all, trust me. I totally didn't see a man with a goddamn shotgun behind me. I like how your character still has to aim the guns and whatnot, even though... Okay, so you have to select it and then click to pull it out.
The power to the rail had been cut. I'd have to get it back on to get the train moving.
Okay.
Kiss it goodbye.
Bow. I'm out of shotgun ammo.
You saved me, man.
What's going on here?
A massacre. These armed thugs just appeared from nowhere. We need to get help. I can make the call from the control room 1 floor up. Can you take me there?
Sure. Sounds good. Follow me.
Okay, so he has the control panel stuff. Cool.
Home free. This way.
He's gonna die. Yeah. Alright. What? Oh. Well, now I look like a mess. He really just murdered him and dipped.
Get him!
Oh, I'm dead. Never mind. Okay, so strafing is actually viable. They're not using hit scan. I need to find some big guns though. Or just stop being garbage. Oh, hey, I got my dual barrettas. Okay, let's get the shotgun out. Nope. There we go. Any interactable information? Sounds like goddamn radiography going on there. Exclamation mark. Camera I shot. Interesting.
Pills would hold the pain back for a while.
Oh man, okay. To wait for you to check that.
The train lit up like a Christmas tree. The power was back on.
Lit up like a Christmas tree. I like it. It also means guys are probably about to start appearing. There's a downstairs one that was open. Yeah. Or that became opened. Dum 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 dum. Interesting. Yeah, I'm glad I can just open these doors for no purpose. Does it burn out on the floor there? Interesting. I just dumb. Okay, I may have misremembered what, or misinterpreted what I need to do. What I need to do. That is loud.
So much for being subtle.
Yeah. Oh my god, ignore my accuracy. That may have a grenade. Cool. Okay, can I go that way? Get the shotgun. Okay, chapter 2.
The rusty door led to an abandoned part of the station, closed off since the early 40s. Something big was going down in Roscoe Street. Maybe that's why Alex had wanted to meet me here. Maybe not. One way or the other, I was going to find out.
Luckily, it's all narrated, so even if that little bit's covered, you quickly figure out what it is. Yeah, that seems like shotgun territory.
Did you hear something?
Okay. Some interesting that you expect this type of game to be mostly hit scan, right? Where you click and the bullets will go exactly where this little dot is, right? But they're all projectile based, so right there when I was with my shotgun and that stuff, barely any of them connected, basically. Because of that.
Damn!
Nice combat roll, holy crap, dude. Oh, buddy. Yeah, he almost murdered me. Also, I didn't think about saving. I need to remember to have the manual save. Because now, I'm completely fucked up. Yeah, I just kind of stood there and let him take a shot because I thought he was dead. Can I just murder everyone? Dual Beretta time. I have a lot of ammo for the dual Beretta, so I'm gonna switch that.
What the hell was that?
I don't know, but I want to check down here now. Okay. Just a dead end. This might get painkillers and go down to full health. Drop a save then. You know what? We'll start a save. Little rats.
All done here. Give me the detonator. What are you talking? Got him down. Whack the sucker.
Oh, Lord. Hey, it's not a shotgun. Sorry, I have a desire to try to interact.
The door had been welded shut ages ago and the bomb was missing a detonator.
There we go. Okay, so now you know you gotta get a detonator. Still trying to get the hang of using the
fellas,
dodge jump.
The police are on their way. New York's finest are gonna be here soon. So stick to the plan. We've got our own private exit route. In and
Bars
out,
and
do
gold.
your thing.
Little
Bam,
circus.
bam, thank you, ma'am.
Why am I? Of course. buddy. Okay, so it seems there's a small amount of health regen. That'll place her in. I get it. Yeah, it's a decent job not dying considering my health level. Nope.
We come to you now live from the crime scene.
Who is this?
Right back at you.
This is Deputy Chief Jim Bravura from the NYPD. You are to cease your criminal activities and surrender immediately.
Sure thing, Jim. Me and the boys have been talking and everyone's real sorry. They'll never do it again.
Who the hell is this?
Being placed at the scene of a bank robbery wouldn't have tipped the odds in my favor.
I guess he is undercover, but like, holy shit. Let's see. Can I get some water? Oh my god, I can't. See, that's how you know it's a fantastic game. Is the number of like random asset tractables.
The bank robber's score lay on the table.
Oh, right here.
The bank robbers have been after Acer Corporation bonds. The Acer success story had recently been on every channel and on the cover of every magazine.
It's like the savvy thief group to be stealing bonds of all things. Okay, now what to do? And get here. Oh, okay. Oh, painkillers. Yes. No. Let's save. Oh. Yeah, I'm done.
The bank robbers had left their tools on the table.
There we go, detonator.
Judging by the detonators, the crooks had bought enough explosives to send Lady Liberty into orbit.
Oh, that's where I came from. Cool. I wish Desert Eagle ammo in this game. That is so cool. That was not cool, but the shoving of the makeshift barricade. Decision by the AI there. I know it's scripted, but that was cool.
The bank robbers had left their tools on the table. Judging by the detonators, the crooks had bought enough explosives to send Lady Liberty into orbit.
Well, I guess there is a quick save feature, right? It's F5, right? Yeah, okay. Might make use of that. See, that's the danger guy. Yeah, because of that grenade. Oh. Thought I was gonna die right there. I don't really like the Berettas. Little pea shooters.
Hold it! Max! Jesus, you almost gave me a heart attack! I nearly shot you!
Alex, I'm glad to see you.
What the hell's going on? There are more corpses here than at the city morgue!
It's an armed robbery, a tunnel job straight to the Roscoe Bank vault through the old station wall. Is this why?
Mr. Anderson.
This is Lupino's gig?
This is Lupino's doing? Lupino's men? Really?
You sure know how to pick a place? Can you get through?
Says sawed off. No, it's
We
not.
gotta get out of here. If it's Lupino, it's... Alex? Alex!
Alex!
There was nothing I could do. He was dead. I could tell by the empty, accusing stare of his eyes.
Accusing stare. Yeah, I like how you can't tell by the, like, a bullet sector. Yeah, the purpose of these dual Berettas is really just suppressing fire for when you get situations like that. Let's try to start off.
Let's get the hell out of here!
It's fine. Just take it easy. I'm dead.
There's action. It's nice how they make them basically miss their first shot. At least on this thing. Let's do the action jump. Of course, he went behind cover. There we go. Look at all the little faces they have. Like, obviously, it's 2000 graphics, but, like, you know. Oh, hey. 4? Okay. Okay, so out of curiosity. Okay, so a quick save is not actually a hard save slot. I wonder if these are like dev members. Usually they do stuff like that. Max, you are...
Alex had kept me relatively sane for the past 3 years. Now I didn't know how I felt. Somehow he had stumbled upon something big and ended up stepping on Jack Lupino's toes.
Okay. Chapter... I think I'm gonna...
Lupino ran his racket of sex, drugs, and contract killings from a sleazy hotel in a slum block of tenements. The NYPD was closing in. I could hear the sirens. Their wail was a crescendo. Lupino thought he could get us by taking Alex out and leaving me to take the fall for it. All he had gotten was my attention. I went for the hotel first. It was a sad old thing with flickering lamps and faded colors, cheap mobster punks and tired-eyed prostitutes. I walked straight in, playing at Bogart, like I'd done 100 times before. The place was run by a couple of murdering mobsters with shark smiles. The Finito brothers.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's the pain in the butt. Pain to the max.
You're killing me. Did you make that up yourselves, or you get some wino downstairs to come up with it?
Pain to the max.
Don't answer that. A rhetorical question. I got something for the boss. Lupino around?
That kind of depends on who's asking.
Oh
A friend
God,
or a
they're
junk squad
amazing.
plant. Don't answer. It's one of them, how do you put it, rhetorical questions. Lupino ain't here, but he says bye.
Lupino wasn't in his cheap hotel. Instead, I ran into the Finito brothers.
Filipino, finito.
My cover had been blown. The door slammed shut behind me. And then I was dodging bullets like raindrops.
Pain in the butt. Ha ha! Pain to the max. Junk squad pig. Gotta take it a
Nice way to jump right into the action.
City.
Alright, save. We're gonna end this recording.